Hi everyone! Today I am going to use some tape to create some patterns and then paint over them. So almost use the tape like a stencil. I have 1/4 inch, I believe this one was about 1/2 inch and this one was about 2/3 of an inch. So I actually have ideas for this one to trim out some shapes in the tape. So I'm gonna probably use that one last. But I'm gonna start with this one and use some of my skinny tape and just see how I want to put this down. I was actually thinking about doing some designs that are really geometric and then doing my white, and then when I lift the tape up, that color will show through. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna put my tape in some different areas here. So I'm gonna leave it as is. So a lot of this, I'm just gonna use, I have some white paint left over. Actually, this is about a week old now and it's still really liquid. So I'm gonna do a coat of paint on here and then probably, it's not gonna be very thick because the paint is quite thin from a paint pour that I did, but I think I like that so that it's more of, you can see some of that other shade beneath it, but look at that, just a really light coat of white. Okay, so a part of my video got cut off, but this is after that really light coat of paint has dried and I removed the tape. So the paint did bleed a little bit under the tape, but I don't mind that at all. Depending on what color your background is, you could always touch it up. But like I said, you could take a paint pen and fill in some of these diamond areas. I wasn't even thinking about diamond shapes when I first started putting the tape down, but that turned out really cute. So I'm gonna move on to another one, and I think I'm gonna use my thicker tape and cut some designs out. I was thinking of just making kind of like a squiggly shape. Let's see if it would work for what I'm thinking. So I'm just gonna set the tape down, and I was thinking about just doing kind of like the S shape a little bit. It would probably be easier to get a cutting mat and a X-Acto knife, but I got a little bit of a shape on there. Let's see if I can do anything this way. I think I'm gonna take just a little bit of black ink and go over this a little bit and see what that will look like. So I probably don't need too much of that. Okay. So I'm gonna let that set just for a minute and then I will peel the tape off, and this time you will be able to watch the peel. That has been drying for a minute, so I'm going to start peeling this tape off. Ooh, that made a really nice edge. This would be fun if you took some, I mean I used a sponge brush so it's really similar, but if you put some tape down and then used a sponge to add the paint, you could get some really nice texture in those spaces. But let's get this last piece off. Okay, I do like that. That is really fun on just making a design like that. So I kept that half the page clear, and then this just with that black. If you trim the edges, you have a really fun pattern there. So my tape pieces could have been a little bit longer to fit that page, but that's really fun. And then I could see doing some kind of extra design in that open negative space.